Hi everyone, this is Nicole Dyer, and you are watching the Research Like a Pro question and answer series. This session is taken from an office hours that Diana taught for July of 2025, and one of the questions was about using AI to help create citations, and the question came up of whether or not the abbreviation for page should be used. Sometimes Claude AI was creating citations that included a P with a period after it, and sometimes it wasn't. And so the question was asked, what is the recommended style from Evidence Explained, and does it vary based on the edition of Evidence Explained that you're looking at? So Diana answers this question using the fourth edition of Evidence Explained and shows the most recent guidance on how to abbreviate or not abbreviate the word page.
All right, so another question was about using AI for source citation creation. And this person is using Claude to help create evidence explained citations. Happy emoji. It's a game changer, and overall, Claude's doing a great job. But in checking citations, I've noticed that Claude uses a P before the page number, and sometimes it just uses the number. It's good about explaining each step of creating the citation. It has told me that evidence explained does not use the letter P before numbers, and then other times it has said evidence explained does use the letter P before the numbers. I conjecture it depends on which edition is being consulted. Are there rules to using the P? Can you go either way as long as you're consistent? Is one way more professional? So this was kind of a fun question to dig into. And I used Evidence Explained fourth edition. I don't think in this case it's really any different from the third edition. So one thing to keep in mind is for books, the standard format, which also follows Chicago manual style, is that you have the author, the title, the publishing, and then you just have comma and the page number. So if you had multiple pages, you maybe would say 42 to 56, but you wouldn't put the P there or write out page. It's just, this is a book, you're showing it's a page. So we just know that. So this is a standard for books, but if you have something like a newspaper and you have a lot of pieces where you're trying to identify, so you have a page, a column, a paragraph, then Evidence Explained usually uses page written out, but sometimes we shorten that, and use like COL for column and PARA for paragraph. But if you use just a P, how would you know if that was paragraph or page? So I think probably in this instance, page would be more clear. And then I noticed that in all of the templates in Evidence Explained that Elizabeth Shaw Mills generally avoids just using the P. Instead, she shows the use of the full word page in almost all instances. So I thought that was really interesting. I looked through all the templates. So for instance, if she's showing um, a marriage book that's been digitized in the physical layer, she'll write out page 256. And so uh, that's what I noticed in the book. I'm going to go back to that citation is an art, not a science. If you don't want to use page written out and it's pretty clear that we're talking about a page, then by all means, you could use the abbreviation. But remember, our rule is that you just really want to be very clear and that someone trying to follow your footsteps will understand exactly what you're talking about. So I think it would be just a good idea to not have too much in the way of abbreviation.